Guys, it's Tina and I am back, and I am here with an updated skincare routine video for you guys. And it has been years since I did a skincare routine, and that's because I don't switch my skincare up with the seasons. I don't change my skincare routine every 4 months. I tend to find products that work for my skin type and for my skin needs, and I stick to them throughout the entire year. I might add a product in here or there, like the summertime I definitely bump up the SPF, and then in the winter time I might bump up the moisture level. But I just stick to products that work. And I haven't shared an updated skincare routine with you guys because I've been using products, I've been trying out different things, but I haven't found a routine that I can sincerely recommend to you guys that I think works 100% and I'm in love with it and I want to recommend the products to you guys. Like, I haven't been there until now, and that's why I'm going to share these products with you. And mind you, a couple of these products are expensive. They're very pricey, but they work and I'm very happy with them, and I wouldn't be comfortable sharing them with you unless they worked. And I'm a little bit more comfortable spending a little bit more on skincare products if that means my skin is gonna look great without foundation and without a ton of makeup, and I could walk out the house and feel very comfortable in my bare skin. So even though they're pricey, they're definitely worth it to me, and you just have to figure out what's worth it to you in your skincare routine. Now, I must put this disclaimer out there. I am not a dermatologist. I, in fact, know bare minimum about skincare and ingredients and acids and this toner versus that one. I know very little about skincare. But I've tried these products and they work for me and my skin type and my skin needs. And if you have really intense skin issues, I do recommend seeing a professional. So go to a dermatologist, have them evaluate your skin, and that way they can recommend products that better suit your skin and your needs. And you can also do your own research and see the background behind certain ingredients and figure out different products that you may want to try out for yourself. But take everything that I'm saying with a grain of salt, because it's not coming from a highly educated and informed position. I just know what works for me when it comes to skincare. Now, I'm going to go ahead and leave timestamps in the description box so you can jump ahead to any part of my routine that you're interested in seeing, whether that's my daytime skincare routine or my nighttime skincare routine. But I wanted to give you a little bit of background on my skin type and my skin needs, so it makes a little bit more sense when you see the products that I'm going to talk about. Now, if you watch me for any amount of time, you know that I have oily skin, and I consider it to be all over oily, even though I have more normal skin around my eyes, but I think that is typical for most people. But I do get oily all over my skin. And since I've been doing this skincare routine, my skin isn't as intensely oily or extremely oily as it used to be. I still produce excess oil, and all I'll do is use products that are better suited for my skin type. So I will use like an oil control primer or an oil-free mattifying foundation, and my skin behaves pretty well, and I just do a little bit of blotting throughout the day and it's fine. So I consider my skin to be manageably oily, if that makes sense. And I will never complain about having oily skin, because oily skin ages better than dry skin, and it keeps more youthful looking and a little bit more vibrant because it retains a lot more elasticity because it's constantly hydrated with those excess oils in your skin. Now, speaking of aging, I am 34, so I have more mature skin. It's not really mature skin, but I'm older. I'm not in my teen years. I don't suffer from breakouts, and I also don't have adult acne. I will get a blemish every now and then, like once a month, once every 2 months, really, and they go away within a day, and I don't get breakouts. I'll get a single blemish somewhere and it will go away overnight or within 2 days, so I don't have troublesome skin in that respect. And I also don't have sensitive skin, so my skin can go through the worst. It can take a beating, so I don't really get irritation from products or from strong concentration of ingredients in products, so I'm very happy with that. And other than that, I don't have any skincare concerns other than being oily. I do have a little bit of discoloration, but it's not real hyperpigmentation. I do have like uneven skin tone. You can see around my mouth, this area is a little bit darker, and I do have like lighter areas under my eyes. but I don't find that to be a big deal. In fact, I will happily go outside without makeup. I'll happily appear on camera without makeup. I am not wearing anything on my skin right now. I am simply wearing eyebrows because I did an eyebrow routine, but that's all I have right now on my skin. And you'll see my skin is pretty much even, other than the little spots of hyperpigmentation, but I don't really have troublesome skin. For me, I have trouble spots around my nose where I get very oily, and then right here by my cheek area, I have more enlarged pores, so you can definitely see the pores in this region of my face. My forehead also gets a little bit oily, and I do have like creasing, but I don't have like severe wrinkles or anything. Like I said, oily skin and my ethnic heritage does help out with that. I don't have fine lines really under my eyes, anything too intense, like it's not really Asian skin. The only area that I would consider to show my age is my smile lines, because I smile a lot, I talk a lot, and I laugh a lot, so I do have more pronounced smile lines, which I'm okay with because that means I'm having a good life laughing, right? Right? Am I right? And like most of us, I've used tons of skincare products throughout the years, and I've had extensive skincare routines that involved layering dozens of products on my skin. All right, dozens is a little bit of an exaggeration, but I've been layering toner and acids and serums upon serums, and then moisturizers and oils, and I've just layered tons of product on my skin, and I found that wasn't working for me. And I had to take a step back and reevaluate some things, and I kind of took the approach that I take with multivitamins. Have you ever taken one of those multivitamins and read the back label that says it has 400% of vitamin K and 600% of this mineral and all this potassium in it, and it's so much more than your body actually needs? And what happens is now your body has all this excess vitamin and minerals that it doesn't need, and it has to be processed through your body and excreted. And I'm about to get a little bit TMI, but your pee will be this rich yellow bordering on brown because you have to get rid of all these minerals and excess vitamins from your body. And that's your body telling you, you're doing too much right now. And I think that's what my skin was telling me. You're doing too much. We're doing our thing. We're accomplishing the whole sebum situation. We're keeping you hydrated. We're, you know, replenishing your collagen. Stop doing too much. And what would happen is that my pores would get clogged, and I would feel the texture beneath my skin, and it just wasn't comfortable. And I just reevaluated things and broke my skincare down to the bare bones, the bare minimum, the very minimum I need for my skin to be happy doing what it does naturally, and that's giving it a little bit of a boost that it may need, but not trying to take over its job of replenishing the moisture in my skin and creating collagen and plumpness to my skin. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to give it a little bit of a boost, a little help, but I'm not trying to take over what it does naturally. So let's go ahead and jump into my nighttime skincare routine, which is a little bit more involved than my daytime, morning time skincare routine. So during the nighttime, I need to remove makeup because I've worn makeup throughout the day, and I don't really wear heavy layers of makeup. Like, I'm not caking on foundation, primer, contour, this, highlight. You know, I don't do the most for makeup, so I pretty much have a light layer of foundation on, some brows, some mascara, and all of that. So I don't go through a heavy makeup removal ritual at all. I don't do cleansing balms. I don't do makeup remover. I don't do makeup wipes. I don't do any of that. I literally wash my face in the shower. That's it. That's the step I take. I wash my face in the shower. And I do a double cleanse in the shower. So I will grab my Skin Balancing Oil Reducing Cleanser from Paula's Choice. And this is recommended for normal, oily, and combination skin. And it's a light lather, and it removes excess oil while removing makeup, and it rinses clean, and it does say it's safe for sensitive skin. There's no animal testing, it's fragrance free, and there are no added dyes, so it's meant to be non-irritating. And I use this in the shower. I just get a little bit of it in the palm of my hands and I massage it over my skin. Again, it does lather up, which I like for my oily skin, but if you have dry skin, you may want a low lather or no lather cleanser altogether. But I just work this into my skin, around my hairlines. I concentrate on my eyes to get rid of the mascara. Any eyeshadow product that I'm wearing, I work along my hairline, around my ears, and definitely along my neck. And this is the good thing about doing this step in the shower, is that I'm getting completely clean anyway, so I can get cleanser and water all over the place and really get into the nooks and crannies where I applied my foundation and my makeup. Especially if you wear sunscreen, you want to remove all of that because sunscreen tends to be a little bit comedogenic, which means it can clog pores, and it's a little bit of a heavier product. So I clean that all off my skin. And this gets rid of all the makeup on my skin. Even if I'm wearing eyeshadow, like heavy duty eyeshadow, this will get rid of all of it. The only thing that it might not get rid of is excess waterproof mascara. Mascara that just is stubborn and doesn't want to go anywhere. That's the only thing it might not completely remove. But other than that, my skin is completely clean in this step of all the makeup residue. Now I will go in and do a second cleanse, so I do a double cleanse with this cleanser. I grab my Foreo Luna, and this is a great little cleansing tool. I love this little guy. It's a silicone tool, so you don't have to replace like brush heads or anything. It's really convenient, and I just charge it once a year and it lasts the entire time in my shower. So it's a really convenient tool. I'll just get a little bit more of the same cleanser on this, work it into the bristles so I completely coat it, and then I will just work this into my skin. Now the way this works is it's timed for 2 minutes and you clean your face in segments, and 4 segments of 30 seconds will give you that full 2-minute cleanse. So you'll work on one side of your face, it will buzz, and you move on to the other side, and then it will pulse as you move around your face. Now I tend to concentrate around my T-zone and my nose area because those are my trouble spots. And then once it double pulses, which means you're completely done, your 2 minutes are over, I will go ahead and work a little bit more along my neck area to remove any of the foundation or sunscreen or even perfume that I have applied down on my neck. And once I'm done, I just go ahead and rinse everything from my skin, and I use lukewarm water for this. I never bump up the heat on my water for washing my face because that can dry out your skin and cause too much tightness. So I just simply rinse my skin with that lukewarm water, and then once I get out the shower, I will pat my skin dry with my face towel. And I keep a separate towel for my face, and I use it for the entire week. I don't switch it out every day because I just don't need that. I don't spread bacteria because I am just using this for my face after it's cleanly washed. So that to me is not a big deal, and I'll hang it up to dry so it doesn't get moldy, but I just keep that for the whole week before I put it in the laundry. Now once I'm done with step 1, which is my double cleanse, I sometimes will go in with a second step, and I only do this 2 to 3 times a week. Not every night. I don't think my skin needs this step every night. So sometimes I'll only do 2 steps, which we'll talk about the 3rd step after this. And that is to use a salicylic acid product. And I have 2 products that I rotate between. I use the Sanita's Therapeutic Cleansing Pads, which are thin exfoliating pads with a salicylic solution. It also has aloe vera in it for soothing your skin, but the salicylic acid will help to clean and exfoliate my pores, really clean out any impurities or any debris that's left over from the day, so from products that I've used throughout the day, or just to get a really deep clean in that pore region. And I'll use these pads in my T-zone specifically, again in this pore region where I have enlarged pores, in my forehead, on my nose, and down on my chin. I don't use it all over my face because I don't really see the need to use that all over my face. Now, some people will insist on using a toner after they cleanse their skin, and they will swear by it. If you're one of those people, feel free to incorporate your toner after your cleanser. But a toner was originally created to balance the pH of your skin. Once you use the harsh cleanser, the acid mantle will somehow be out of whack, and you would use a toner, which is a base, to bring the pH back to the normal level. Now, things have improved drastically over the years, and your cleanser is pH balanced now, so you don't have to go with a separate toner to balance your skin out after cleaning. So I skip that step altogether, but I will incorporate the salicylic acid step to deep clean my pores a little bit more than my regular cleanser would. Now, another product that I use is the Paula's Choice Skin Perfecting 2% BHA liquid. This again is a salicylic acid product, and it says it creates radiant, even toned skin, reduces redness and builds collagen, which I need, right? Unclogged and diminishes enlarged pores. Again, this sounds like the perfect product for me. And what I will do is just get a little bit of this on the tips of my fingers and press it all over my skin. You can also use it on a cotton pad, but I just apply it directly to my hands and then over my face, pressing it in, and I just use very little. They also have a BHA gel version of this, but I prefer to use the liquid now. I've used the gel, but now I prefer the liquid because it just absorbs a little bit faster into my skin and doesn't leave behind any kind of sticky residue. Now, like I said, I usually skip that step. I will incorporate that only 2 or 3 times a week. The third step, which is usually my second step, is my Vintner's Daughter Active Botanical Serum, and I swear by this product. I learned about this from Stephanie Nicole, who is one of the people that I look to for skincare recommendations. She has dry skin, but she tries so many products that she has great recommendations, so definitely check her out. You can check out her skincare videos and see if any of those products appeal to you. She uses tons of products, so I don't necessarily think everybody needs all those steps, but that's for her. She has dry skin and she had damaged skin, so she does a lot of repairing and maintenance. But I think with me, I just have oily skin, I don't have skin trouble, so I can easily just incorporate 2 products and I'm good. This is a hybrid of an oil and an anti-aging serum. It has a ton of essential oils in it and other beneficial skin products that your skin apparently will absorb a little bit better because it matches the natural lipids that your skin produces. It's more in line with them, so your skin will readily absorb this product, and I love this product. I don't like face oils. I've tried so many. I've tried the Tarte one, I've tried one from Smashbox, I've tried the Boschio one, I've tried a nude skincare one. I've tried many oils and I hate them, but this one I absolutely love because it's a hybrid. It doesn't just sit on your skin. This absorbs completely into my skin. It doesn't leave any greasy, oily residue. There is a little bit of a residue on your skin, but it's not greasy or oily at all, and it just makes my skin feel nourished without feeling overly hydrated. Because I have oily skin, I don't want to feel too moisturized because that can cause breakouts for me and it will just cause clogged pores. But this hydrates my skin. My skin just feels plump and hydrated without feeling greasy or overly hydrated, which I don't want for my skin at all. I have oily skin, so I need a balanced level of hydration on my skin that's not gonna make me feel overly greasy. And what I'll do is grab 3 to 5 drops of this. You need very little, and it's in a UV protected bottle so your active ingredients won't break down due to sunlight. And it seems like a very small bottle. It's very pricey. I believe it's $165 for just this bottle. But I've been using this for months, and honestly, I have not gone through even a quarter of this yet. So it does last you a very long time if you don't use too much of it. I mean, use how much you want. It's your money, girl. What? But I use 3 to 5 drops. I rub it into my hands. They use a push and press technique, which means you press this product into your skin. You activate it by warming it up between your fingertips, and then you push and press the product upwards into your skin. This will help the product to absorb a little bit better into your skin using this technique. And I apply it all over my skin. Sometimes I literally just rub it all over my skin. It doesn't bother me, irritate my skin like essential oils can do. If you have any sensitivity to essential oils, bear in mind that this contains a ton of essential oils, but I don't find it irritating at all. But again, I don't have sensitive skin. But I'll apply this all over my skin, under my eyes, over my eyelids, and any excess that I have, I'll rub it down my neck because I am not going to waste this expensive product. And it just, I don't know, it makes my skin feel really plump, as if it's stimulating collagen. And I've noticed great results from using this product. My skin feels nice and hydrated when I wake up. It doesn't feel tight. and it has a look of vibrancy to it. It doesn't look dull and like dehydrated. It looks plump and vibrant and youthful and juicy, and I absolutely have been loving this product. This is one product that I will definitely recommend. It's kind of a blind purchase because you can only get this online and it is pricey, and there is no true return policy for this. So it's kind of a leap of faith, but I am confident in this product, so I do recommend it. And again, I just apply that to my skin and go to sleep. And I try to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. I know some people are like, I can't get that many hours. Prioritize, get things done early so you can get a full night's rest. I promise you it will help with your skin, it will help with your health, and you do need to have a balanced diet as well. Like fast food is not going to really help your skin. So having a balanced diet, living a healthy lifestyle, and getting beauty rest will definitely help your skin. And I think it has been doing wonders for my skin personally. Now, once I wake up in the morning, this is where it gets extremely simple and a little bit more expensive. But I get up in the mornings and I will simply wash my face at my bathroom sink, and I use the Paula's Choice Resist Perfectly Balanced Foaming Cleanser. Again, this is suitable for normal, oily, and combination skin, and it says it preserves skin protective barrier, easily removes oil and makeup, and leaves skin soft and refreshed. Now, this is a little bit more pricey than this guy, but it has a little bit more skincare ingredients in this. Now, some people will argue that you're only applying this to your skin for a few seconds and then rinsing it down the sink, so it's just a waste to invest in products with skincare ingredients because they're just going down the sink anyway. But I find that this cleanser actually works pretty nicely. It just cleanses my skin without stripping it of all the nutrients that I applied the night before from this serum. I almost feel like it leaves some of that behind, so I can still get the benefits of this product without reapplying it. And it leaves my skin feeling nice and soft without being dry or tight. So I do like that cleanser. And these two, I have bought so many of these, I don't even know how many I have gone through. But this I've been using for years upon years, and they're really great. This is also great for removing makeup. So I will use either one of these interchangeably, but I do stick to this one in the morning time. Now, once I do that, again, I just tap my face dry with my face towel, and I will head to my makeup room where I apply my moisturizer. And funny enough, I don't use a heavy moisturizer. I don't use anything too intense. In fact, I use something that people would probably not consider a moisturizer, and that is my Skin Caviar Essence in Lotion from La Prairie. This is very pricey as well, but you do get a ton of product in this one. You get 5 fluid ounces, which is a lot of product, and I don't think I've even gone through 1/8 of this yet, or 1/6 of this. Like, I have tons of product in this, and it has a very finicky bottle. It has a hole in the top that you pour out, so I don't use it directly from this bottle. I just poured a little bit of it into this travel bottle that I got from a travel set, and I use it directly from this instead of using it from the big bottle. And I get a nickel size amount again on the tips of my fingers, and I'll push and press it into my skin the same way I do this serum, for no particular reason other than I like applying it that way. And I'll rub this all over my skin and press it in, and I'll put any excess down my neck as well. And that is usually all I need for moisture in the morning time. Like I said, I have oily skin, and this is more of a liquefied gel lotion. It's not really a thick product, it's not creamy, it's more of a watery product, but it's a thick, almost gel-like water product, if that makes sense. The texture is a little bit different than anything else I've ever used, but it makes my skin feel nice and hydrated. It doesn't leave a sticky layer behind, but my skin feels nice and plump and refreshed at the same time. I don't know, it's just hard to explain because it absorbs so quickly into your skin. It doesn't feel creamy, but at the same time my skin feels nice and hydrated, and it looks healthy, and it looks vibrant, and it looks youthful, but I don't have any residue left behind. And it doesn't control oil, but then I don't produce oils as readily during the day. Like, I don't get overly oily anymore. And I think I owe that to the use of these two products. And I really love both of those products. Again, pricey, but to me, they're worth the investment. Now, in the winter time, I've noticed that around my mouth right here, I get a little bit drier, a little bit tighter, so I need an added boost of moisture. And what I'll do is go in with a creamier, more moisturizing product. And I have been using two products that I absolutely love as well. These I will skip during the summertime because then I don't need that. My skin doesn't really feel tight. But with the colder months, sometimes your skin needs a little bit of boost in hydration. So I've been using the Charlotte Tilbury Charlotte's Magic Cream, which is a treat and transform moisturizer. Now this is one of Charlotte Tilbury's most popular products, and for good reason. It's a really good moisturizer, and I simply apply a little bit of this just around my mouth area, and I will just massage it in. I don't put it anywhere else because it is very hydrating and I don't need all of that all over my face. So I just apply it where I really need that extra boost, and it does absorb pretty nicely into the skin, and it doesn't leave behind a greasy residue either. It just makes your skin feel nice and refreshed again, and a little bit more moisturized than the lotion does by itself. Another cream that I've been using is the Beenigma all-in-one face cream. This has bee venom, manuka honey, and shea butter, and it's a little bit controversial because of that bee venom. Now it does say it's cruelty-free and it's made in New Zealand. Now a lot of people will argue that it's cruelty-free because they do have to harvest venom from bees, and what they do is inside the hive they'll have a electrified sheet of metal that gives the bees a little bit of an electric shock or a pulse, and they go into attack mode and try to sting the metallic plate, and their stingers won't get detached, so they don't die, but they do release a little bit of that venom, and they put the venom inside this cream. So you can argue that point. I don't really know how I feel about it. They did get the cruelty-free seal, which means it was investigated and they're deemed cruelty-free. So I don't know, I toe a very fine line with that, but I do really love this product. But that is it for my skincare routine. Like, that's all I use, 2 to 3 steps at night and in the morning, and I've really simplified my routine, and I find that my skin has reacted really well. It doesn't feel deprived. I don't feel like I need more. I don't feel like I'm missing a step. I am just very happy with how my skin has been behaving, how it looks. And I mean, I'm 34 and my skin has never been better. I can't say that though. Can I really say that? Like, youthful skin is really nice. So let's not pretend my skin has never looked better. But for 34, I really love how my skin looks. Now, there are some miscellaneous products here that I do incorporate as well if I need it. One would be SPF, which in the summertime, if I'm gonna be outdoors, this is when I would incorporate this. But usually I do not go into the sun. I'm literally from my house to the car, then I drive to work, and I'm from the car to work, and I stay inside all day. And if I do get any sun exposure, it's incidental, so I'm not in the sun, the actual sun, for any extended period of time. But sometimes in the summer, you know, you're in the park, you're out in these streets, you're doing fun activities, you may be in the sun for a longer period of time, and that's when I break out the SPF, which is critical if you're going to be in the sun. You need to protect your skin. And I love this Cover FX Clear Cover Invisible Sunscreen. This is broad spectrum SPF 30. This is great to use under makeup, and that's why I fell in love with it. It's like a silicone primer. It's really thin, it's really lightweight, and I use this under my makeup. So if I use a BB cream over my skin, or I just use this alone, I'll just apply that all over my skin and a little bit down my neck for my face protection, and then I'll use an all-over sunscreen for my body. So I use like one from, Bullfrog or Neutrogena all over my body. And then if I need to refresh the sunscreen, because you have to reapply, I believe you have to reapply every 45 minutes or an hour. It may be less, but you do have to reapply your sunscreen to get the sun protection. So I will just toss this in my bag. This is the Dr. Dennis Gross Sheer Mineral Sun Spray. This has SPF 50. So I'll just take this along with me to spritz up and refresh my SPF throughout the day. And this is a very lightweight spray. It's not too oily, it's not too greasy, which I find SPF sprays can be very oily. This one is really nice. It doesn't affect the foundation or any makeup that I have under that, and it does give me that added protection. So I use that in conjunction with this. And then I also like to incorporate a physical exfoliant as my second step in the double step cleanse at night on Fridays. So after I've worn makeup all week and I just want to give my skin a little bit of extra zhuzh, I will use a physical exfoliant. Now I don't use any harsh exfoliants. I will use a rice enzyme powder for my physical exfoliant, which is a really light exfoliant. It does buff away some dead skin cells. It leaves your skin feeling nice and soft and smooth afterwards. And I just use this again as the second step to my cleansing process. So this is the new Detox Brightening Fizzy Powder Wash. This has vitamin C, omegas 3, 6, and 9, and rosehip oil. And I will just grab a little bit of this in the palm of my hands, add a little bit of water to create a paste, and then just massage this over my skin. Again, this is my second step in the cleanse, and I'll massage it all over my skin, staying mostly in my T-zone area to buff away any residue, any dead skin cells, to clean out my pores. And this makes my skin feel so smooth and soft afterwards. I absolutely love this. Now, this is no longer available in the US. I did get this from the UK. And thank you again, Nikki, one of my subscribers. I reached out on Twitter and I was asking for someone in the UK if I could have this shipped to them and then they could send it to me, because I was so desperate to get this, guys. And she was kind enough to ship this to me. So thank you again, Nikki girl. I really appreciate it. And I got 2 just in case. So this should be back in the States shortly. The company was sold, so I'm hoping they do bring these products back to the US. But just in case you can't get that, there's also the Tatcha Polished Deep Rice Enzyme Powder that I also use and that I love. Same concept, same powder situation. And this one is for oily skin. They do have one for sensitive skin as well. And you just create the paste again in your hand and buff it over your skin. There are other rice enzyme powders on the market out there, so I'm sure you can get one that's within your price range. But that's all I use for like a physical exfoliant once a week, and I find that I don't need anything more than that. Between my Foreo and this, that's all the exfoliation I need. And when I go on vacation, I also bring my Clarisonic Mia Fit, and this just gives me a little bit of added boost. So I'll use this mostly in the summer when I use sunscreen to get rid of that extra residue. And this is a bonus item again, but this is what I would use in place of the Foreo to buff off that extra thicker sunscreen and product off my skin during the summertime. But that's it. That is my entire skincare routine, guys, and I minimized it. I know I spoke a lot. I know I mentioned a lot of products, but those have been my skincare steps. It's like foolproof for me. It's easy, it's simple. It's like a lazy girl skincare routine, but it's highly effective for my skin. And it's been working, and my skin just has been really happy with me and happy with these products. So that's why I wanted to share these with you guys. So hopefully you found this helpful. Maybe found some products that you want to try out yourself, or you found ways to minimize your own skincare routine using the products you already have, but like dialing it back a bit and maybe using 2 or 3 steps rather than 5, 6, 7 steps, and seeing how that works for you. Now, as usual, I'll go ahead and leave a full list of the products used down below in the description box, along with affiliate links to where you can pick these up. Now, with affiliate links, if you purchase using my links, I will get a small commission. If you're uncomfortable with that, just go ahead and search for the products through your regular online retailer, whether it's Sephora, ULTA, Nordstrom. Do it that way. Either way, I'm fine with it, but if you use my affiliate codes, thank you so much for that support. It helps me to put back into my channel and keep bringing you content. So thank you again for your support. And until my next video, which will be very soon, I'll talk to you guys. Bye.